Some stories are all about the destination, but this one is about a journey that was cut tragically short. Today, we're going to talk about the life and the final flight of co-pilot Sambhavi Pathak. It all really starts with a simple message, just 3 words. Hi, Dada, good morning. That was the last text Sambhavi Pathak ever sent to her grandmother. Think about that for a second. No big story, no sign of what was to come, just a normal, loving, everyday greeting. And when was it sent? January 28th at 6:36 in the morning. Just a completely ordinary start to what would become an absolutely devastating day. It was the very last point of contact before she headed off for her flight. So who was the person behind that simple text message? Well, she was so much more than just a co-pilot. She was a young woman with this huge, powerful dream. Let's get into the story of Sambhavi Pathak's life. Get this, she was only 25 years old. Just 25. An age that's just brimming with promise, right? All that potential. And she was right at the beginning of a life she had worked so hard to build. Being the daughter of an Air Force officer, you could almost say flying was in her blood. I mean, look at her path. She went to the Air Force Balbardi School, then got a degree in aeronautics from Mumbai University. But she didn't stop there. To really chase that dream, she moved all the way to New Zealand for advanced training. And when she came back to India, she nailed her commercial pilot license. And by August 2022, boom, she was a full-time first officer. And we're not talking about just any flying job here. No way. Sambhavi was co-piloting these seriously high-performance business jets, like the Learjet 45. The kind used for VIPs and big-shot industrialists. People in the know said she was incredibly skilled, technically sound, and that they were even getting her ready for longer, more complex flights. Her career was absolutely taking off, literally. So the big question is, how did a career so full of promise end so suddenly, so tragically? Let's walk through the facts of what actually happened on that day. Okay, so according to the Union Aviation Minister, the final moments played out in basically 3 steps. First, they tried to land at Baramati Airport, but they had to abort the landing. The runway just wasn't visible enough. So they did what pilots do. They pulled up and went around for another try. But that second attempt to land on runway 11, that's when things went terribly wrong. The plane crashed just short of the runway and immediately caught fire. Tragically, there were no survivors. Every single person on board was lost. That was Ajit Pawar, Captain Sumit Kapoor, of course, co-pilot Sambhavi Pathak, flight attendant Paki Mali, and a security guard, Verdeep Jadhav. Behind all the headlines and the official investigation, there's always this story of just profound personal loss. So let's talk about the incredible pain this caused Sambhavi's family. To her grandmother, Meera Pathak, she wasn't just Sambhavi the pilot. She was Chini. It's this incredibly sweet term of endearment, It just speaks volumes about their close personal bond. And her grandmother actually recalled the exact moment her world just stopped. She said, I found out around 11 a.m. Her son called and told her that a plane from Chini's company was involved in an accident. And she said, that's when I felt a sense of dread. Can you imagine, especially since she'd only found out the night before that Sambhavi had even flown to Mumbai? And really, this brings us to the heart of it all. This story is about so much more than just a plane crash. It's about a journey, a flight that will forever remain unfinished. So what was really lost that day? It was so much more than an aircraft. It was the entire future of this incredibly dedicated, technically brilliant pilot. A young woman who literally chased her dream across the world, from India to New Zealand, and right into the cockpit of a high-performance jet. Her journey, her career, it was all just getting started. It's just this incredible story of achievement, followed by this unimaginable loss. It's a stark reminder, isn't it? A reminder of how fragile life can be, even when it's filled with so much ambition and drive. And it just leaves you with this one haunting question. What happens when a dream shatters in the sky?